Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some breaking news coming out of the United Kingdom. A law has just been passed in the UK that says Guyanese nationals will be deported from the UK before they can appeal. Yes, Guyana is the only Caribbean nation citizens that will be deported from the UK before they can appeal their conviction. So if a Guyanese citizen is found guilty of any charges in the UK, they will immediately be deported, and then while back in Guyana, they can appeal via video link. This is very bizarre because why Guyana? Jamaica is not on the list, Trinidad and Tobago is not on the list, Barbados is not on the list, Grenada, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, not on the list. But Guyana has become the only Caribbean nation to be on the list. And the list has increased. The UK is ramping up its mass deportation policy. And I will give you details about this story right now. The UK government has nearly tripled the number of countries whose nationals can be deported immediately upon conviction before they have a chance to appeal in the UK. Individuals must instead lodge the appeal from abroad, typically via video link. So if a Jamaican is convicted in the UK, they can appeal while they stay in the UK. If a Bayesian is convicted in the UK, that they can appeal while still in the UK. A Trini, same thing. A Lucian, same thing. Antiguan, same thing. But a Guyanese citizen that is convicted in the UK is saying they don't want to hear anything. They will be deported immediately. And then while in Guyana, however they get to appeal while in Guyana, they should do so. What I think the UK is trying to do is to cut costs. Because, for example, a Guyanese is deported back home and then asked to appeal while back home. Guess what? They have to hire a lawyer. It will cost money. How many will be able to afford that cost? But if a Jamaican is convicted, they can use a UK lawyer. Many of them are free. UK provide a lot of free immigration lawyers if you cannot afford one. So that will be an unfair advantage, and I think the UK is trying to cut back on the number of appeals. They're trying to save money, and they're trying to deport Caribbean and African citizens at the same time. So they came up with this plan of theirs. This is why the UK, this is what they don't do, you know. From time to time, they come up with policy. They don't care who you are. The UK will do what is good for the UK, even if they're getting free oil from Guyana. And British Petroleum is in Guyana right now, mining oil. They're getting resources from Guyana, but they don't care. They don't care. All they want is money. And all they want is to protect themselves in the UK. They don't care anything about you and how you make it. Trust me. I used to live in the UK for 4 years. I studied in the UK. So I know what I'm talking about. I know them very well. The British don't play. They're serious. And they will look after themselves. Trust me. Previously to this new policy, 8 countries, Finland, Nigeria, Estonia, Albania, Belize, Mauritius, Tanzania, Kosovo, was on the list. They only had 8 countries on the list. Now they added 15 more. These 15 countries, which include Guyana of course, are Angola, Australia, Botswana, Burundi, Bulgaria, Canada, Guyana, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Latvia, Lebanon, Malaysia, Uganda, and Zambia. Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood framed the policy as a means to address overcrowding, prisons, and expedite deportations. Same thing I told you. While critics warn it may undermine justice if offenders don't serve their sentences at home. So the UK is expecting that when they deport Guyanese back home, they will stay in a Guyanese prison. So how does this work? A Guyanese national commits a crime in the UK, but it will cost taxpayers of Guyana money. This is how smart the UK is. And then at the same time, the Guyanese national have to find a lawyer to appeal if they wish to appeal. Now what does this mean for Guyanese nationals? If a Guyanese national is convicted of a crime in England or Wales and the human rights claim is refused, they can now be deported immediately after sentencing. The appeal will then proceed from Guyana, typically via video link. This marks a significant shift in how the UK handles deportation appeals for citizens of Guyana. Well. I want to know why Guyana was singled out of the whole Caribbean. Out of the 15 CARICOM countries, Guyana was the only one singled out. And Guyanese can travel to the UK visa-free. Since Guyana found oil, the UK said, you don't need any visa anymore, you can visit us visa-free. As a distraction, because they wanted to get their hands on the Guyanese oil and resources down there in Guyana. Lots of agricultural products down there in Guyana that the UK wants. Land, fertile land. But at the same time, while the UK is taking the resources from Guyana, the oil, the minerals, the agricultural products, at little to nothing, they are deporting Guyanese at the same time. This shows a lack of respect, my friends. A lack of respect. Guyana is a former colony of the UK. Former colony. And that is why they're being treated like this. But if you're watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. Click the link in the description box, and you can also join the channel. The link is in this description box. You can join my channel and become a channel member. I also have a travel channel. The link is in this description box as well. Just a few days ago, I did a travel video of how can you live for free in the Caribbean, where I walked around my village and picked fruits for free and tea leaves that I normally pick every day, and make my tea every night for free. In some countries, you have to pay a lot of money for the natural medicine, but in the Caribbean, you can get it for free. So make sure to check out that video. Check out my travel channel. Subscribe to that channel. The link is in this description box. Go on over and check out the videos there. But before you do so, and you haven't subscribed already to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel, Beyond Uncut. On this channel, I react to breaking news that affect the African continent and the Caribbean, which is the African diaspora. So make sure to like this video, share it with all your friends and family, comment your thoughts and opinion, and let me know what you think about this breaking news coming out of the UK that Guyanese nationals will be deported immediately from the UK upon conviction and sentencing, making Guyana the only CARICOM country to make the list of the Deport Now, Appeal Later. That is what the UK is calling the list. Deport Now, Appeal Later. That is what they think of Guyanese nationals, my friends. But we will continue to follow stories like this. If you want to comment your thoughts and opinion, you're watching from Guyana, let me know what you think about this topic. If you're watching from Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Belize. If you're watching from the United States of America, you're watching from Canada, you're watching from the UK, let me know what you think about this topic. Even if you're watching from South Africa, Kenya, let me know what you think about this topic and comment your thoughts and opinion. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what you think about this topic. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye and much love.